Welcome to this new video. This video is regarding the function all except where you can use in max and minimum date. So of course you know what is all except. It removes all the context filters and the table except filters that have been applied to the specified column. So if you are having three columns here and if you are giving all except to customer ID, so it will take away the filters of order date and order ID, and it won't take the filter of customer ID. So customer ID will be the filter context. So that is what we are going to do in this example. This example is that okay, you need to get the minimum and maximum date of each customer ID. So suppose one customer ID 1, you need to get the minimum date, that is 1/1/2024, and you need to get the maximum date, that is 8/5/2024. The same way for 3 and 5 you need to do. You can do it in a simple way. You can summarize the whole table and you can get the maximum and minimum. In this way you can do it. Usually we will do it in this way. So in this way, if you are doing it, we will be creating a new table for that. So you can see in this example. So this is the order table and this is a summary table we have done. Customer ID, maximum and minimum. And you will be getting the customer ID 1, which is having the minimum and the maximum. Customer ID 3, which is having the minimum and the maximum. Same for the next customer also, we will be having the minimum and maximum. But we are not going to do it and then in a new table. We are going to have it in the same table and we will be using two new columns and we will be doing it. Or we can create two measures and we will be able to do it. So how we are going to do it, we will see. So we have the three columns in the current table, that is order table, and we have the summarized of customer ID here in the table visual, but it is from the same customer ID, same order table. So we are going to create a measure right now. So in this measure, we are going to get the minimum. Minimum means, okay, minimum of this customer ID, because we need only the customer table get filtered. We don't need order ID or order date to get filtered, only this customer ID. Order date we need, but the filtration should be done in the customer ID to get this order date. So these two columns need to be unfiltered. So we will take away the filter of these two columns and we will keep the filter of customer ID. For that we will be using all except. So you can write the measure like calculate. We need to get the minimum. So minimum of order date. And once you get the minimum, we will be taking away the filters from other table except the customer ID. So we will see what has happened. We will drag it to this table and see. So here we will change it as minimum, min date. So we will drag it here and here you can change the format to short date. And in this min date, you can see the customer ID 1, his first order was on 1/1/2004, and that is what it is showing in all the transactions. Same thing for customer ID 3, his first transaction only is showing. So you can see it clearly in this table. You can drag and drop here. See, you can get the minimum date of 1, 2, and 5. The same way you can do the maximum date also. Only thing you need to change is max. So you will create a new measure for it and give it as max date equals to calculate max of order date, and we will give all except order table and the order ID. And that's it. Only one small statement and everything will be over. And we will do the same thing here. We will drag and drop it here and see. Yeah, of course we need to change the format of this. We will change it to short date, and here we can see the last date it is showing. So for customer 1, the last date, the latest date for the transaction was on 8/5/2024, and the max date is showing as 8/5/2024. More clearly you can see in this table. You can drag and drop it here. So you can see the minimum date and the maximum date. The same way we have seen here. Here it is based on summarized table. So that also you can see, you can copy and paste it here and you can get the values from summarized table. So this is a summarized min max. You can get it customer ID, minimum, and then maximum. And you can change the customer ID to don't summarize. So that also is showing the same. Both will show the same results, but if you are using summarize, you will be creating a new table. If you don't need to create a new table, if you want to create the measure in the same table, and use this all except function. Hope it was an interesting video. Have a nice day.